Welcome to another Agent Growth episode. Today we are talking about a bunch of different stuff, some marketing tactics that have been working lately. Going to give you some tips and tricks. But we just want to kick off with essentially, if you don't become a content creator in the next 5 years, you will be irrelevant. I'm really pushing the fact that you really need to be a personal brand. Spoke about this on another podcast that we did yesterday, so that will come out in a couple of weeks. But essentially, people want to list with people that they like, right? Now, a lot of the marketing campaigns we do, we're trying to get people to know, like, and trust you. That's obviously just like the very basics of marketing. But if these micro celebrities in the world, someone that's been on like The Block or someone that's been on like Big Brother or something, decide to just jump into real estate, which we're seeing a little bit of now, not so much in Queensland where we are. But if they start doing that, they already have the element locked down where people like them. Yeah. So then they just, and potentially they, know, like, and trust them a little bit. And it doesn't even matter if they know real estate or not, but like, oh, that was that guy. And I've seen him so many times on Big Brother 10 years ago, even though he made a fool of himself or whatever it is. But I want to list my house with him. So it's like, how are you going to beat those people? Yeah. It's like scary, but you have to be in that mindset now.
Well, social media really is for two things. One, for people to find out about who you are, and two, for you to build relationships with people, many people, all at the same time, right? Like, that's why you're on the phone calls. That's why you're meeting clients and people in person, right? It's to get to know them and for them to know you. Whilst with social media, it's just them getting to know you in, hundreds, thousands of people all in one post, right? Like, it's just doing it in mass.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, meeting them where they're at. And so I guess like the point that I'm making is like, you can't just be a real estate agent that posts media about real estate. Like, you have to be this person that's like all encompassing. You have a thing. People want to follow you for a particular reason. Because I don't know about you, but nobody really follows brands or businesses these days unless they are producing like culturally connectable content.
Imagine going to a listing present. All you do the entire time, right from the moment you're walking through the door, is just talk about the market. That's right? Like you want to make them feel comfortable. You want to show your personality a little bit. Talk about them a little bit. There's a various amount of things that you do before you actually get down to the nitty gritty. Right? Like, that doesn't mean don't talk about property at all, but you want to mix it in with things that is going to make you likable and approachable.
100%. You're actually connecting with them. So that's essentially the whole point of this. And so, like, if you have a content first mindset where it's like, I am a content creator and I happen to sell houses. I know like how annoying that must sound. It's easier, obviously, for me to say because I am a content creator first, right? But if you can get into that mindset, you will win over a lot of other real estate agents who don't have that mindset. And you will be so much further ahead in the community in terms of people knowing you, liking you, and trusting you. And when a lot of these micro celebrities, the 10,000 follower people that are just like bikini model on Instagram or whatever, just decide to be a little influencer. But if she's like in Redland Bay and does that, and the people know her, then everyone's going to list with her, right? Just because she's got this micro influence, right? It's a danger zone in the next few years, and a whole bunch of AI is going to come out as well. So this is kind of the main theory that I'm on right now, is like, become a personal brand, become a content creator. So let's kind of dive into really what else is happening with our marketing campaign. So do you want to kick us off with like our new marketing strat?
Yeah. So we've got a few different new strategies that we're putting in place, and they've come off with really positive results. One of the big ones at the moment is giveaways. I know we talked about it in the last session, but
do we want to start with like essentially the new like?
Oh, we want to start with that? Yeah, the new structure. Yeah, we'll start with the new structure. All right, so the new structure that we've kind of figured out that works really, really well, especially for kind of newer to intermediate agents, right? This is the play. You got to start off with a little bit of brand awareness, right? Like, that is the most important thing. If they don't know who you are, they're not going to trust you. They're not going to enter their details or listen to anything that you have to say, right? Like, so the most important thing to start off, especially if you're new, is brand awareness. So that could be running a engagement campaign or a views campaign about an introduction video, or a little bit about yourself. It's things like that is going to build that initial trust and get the audience to know you before we focus onto the next part of the strategy, which would be giveaway competitions, right? So The idea of giveaway competitions is to build as many leads as possible in the shortest amount of time, right? Like when you do things like your what's your property worth and your hard call to actions, if they haven't even entered their details in before for like a competition, they're not likely to trust you with, giving their details for a price valuation or to sell their home. So it's to kind of just build that initial trust level with them, right? They know who you are now. They're likely to, feel like they're comfortable enough with you to enter their details for a chance to win a Bunnings voucher, for cash giveaway. There are a variety of things that you can do. Do a giveaway that's going to match your audience well, right? If you know you've got an older demographic, perhaps think about a price that's going to suit them better. If you know that they're more acreage type properties, find a price that's going to suit that style of property, right? And lastly, lead generation. So this would be your month 3, right? So you've done your brand awareness. They've gotten to know you. They've started to trust you a little bit. They've given you their details. You've hopefully touched base with them as soon as they've entered the competition. Lastly is the lead generation campaigns. And this is where you kind of get into the more harder call to actions. These are your things like your what's your property worth, your selling guides, your anything that's going to provide value to, you still want to be providing value to your sellers and potential buyers, but now you're at that stage where they're more likely to give you those details for, not cash prizes anymore, right? Just bits of information. And you know that people coming through this campaign are going to be close to selling or thinking about selling in the near future. And this is what we figured out seems to be working really, really well with a lot of our agents at the moment. This simple, get to know you. All right, give me your details. I'll get in contact with you. And then doing that hard kind of call to action, push to sell.
And then once that 3 months is over, we just kind of recycle and go, cool, what worked about the last brand awareness campaign for you? What could we lean into more to get a more effective brand awareness campaign on month 1 again? And then in month 2, what worked in the giveaway? What can we lean into that can make the giveaway a little bit better targeted towards your audience? And we're just always refining with each different agent's campaigns. And then obviously the 3rd month, did the seller guide work? Can we refine that a little bit more? What can we offer else to them? So this is the really good, especially if you're not doing marketing right now, or if you're not in Freedom right now, and if you are speaking to a marketer or you want to be doing digital marketing, this is a really good way, a structure to start essentially. Do something amazing in the community that makes you look good as a brand awareness campaign, and then do a giveaway, and then actually offer something to the people you're targeting, sellers, right? So now we can jump into 4 marketing strats that you need to be doing, and we'll let you know which category these fit into, which category they are working the best in. So the first one is obviously giveaways, as we mentioned. Now we're having a lot of success with those. I guess one thing that is standing out to me more is that we've done quite a lot of them now, but the more general and basic you go, like the less exciting it is for somebody to actually opt in. It's cool because this kind of doubles as a bit of a brand awareness as well. Because if like a seller actually wants the thing you have to offer in month 3, they've seen you pop up in month 2, they've seen you pop up in month 1 and in month 2. They don't really care about entering the giveaway because it's not cool enough, but they've still seen you. It still works as like a brand awareness campaign.
Yeah.
But then in month 3, then they're like, actually, I'll opt into that. That is relevant to me. So you can still target them within your pool, which is really cool. But yeah, what obviously works really well about the giveaways is that you are giving something away. Again, everyone knows the general perception of agents is not super high. So the more goodwill you can build by doing these things for people, such as giving things away, is obviously going to be very effective for you. But something I'm really recommending more is to be much more intimate with your giveaways. So we've done a lot of $2,000 Bunnings giveaways, done a lot of $500 giveaways for local cafes and things like that. But like, if you can think just a little bit more outside the box, or if you're not the one coming up with the campaign, ask your marketer to come up with a campaign that's just a little bit spicier, right? So one suggestion I had the other day, we're working with some new agents, shout out, they're on the call right now, is a like ultimate date night package in their suburb, right? So they're obviously targeting a particular suburb, and their idea was potentially $500 giveaway to the local Woolworths. And again, just imagine yourself as a seller coming into that and being like, is that something that I really want? Obviously, that's like pretty good for everyone, but it's not special enough that you run over to your partner and go, look, let's enter this. This looks cool. So what does the ultimate date night package in your suburb look like? Could it be like small boat ride and then like gold class movie tickets and then like a horse ride through the village or something, like something that makes someone go, wait, hold on, that's really cool.
And the reason that works really well as well, even if they don't enter, at least you're showing that knowledge of the area, right? Like you've just listed out 5 places. I clearly know the area, as opposed to here's $500. That's just cash, right? Like you are getting to show what you know, what your favorite restaurants are, what your favorite kind of pub is.
Yeah.
Just in that kind of, like you said before, the giveaways kind of double down as a brand awareness campaign.
Yeah, you can show a bit of your personality. There's nothing wrong with being like, I actually just love this restaurant so much. That's why I'm giving the date night to this,
Yeah.
But yeah, how can you be a little bit different with your giveaways? You're going to stand out much more. You're going to get more reach, more engagement, more people entering,
Yeah.
So that's definitely my key tips for
giveaways. The conversion rates on on giveaways are 34% higher than anything else,
Huge.
which is a massive number. Like that is, at the end of the day.
People like free stuff.
People like free stuff. So, and they also love a chance to win. And on top of that, Instagram accounts grow by 70% faster when they do giveaways.
There you go.
Right? Which makes sense, right? Like you're learning to trust them. You're more willing to give them details. You want to see what their next giveaway is, right? Like you want to just keep in touch with that person.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, because you can always also mention at the end of the giveaway, hey, we do giveaways like this all the time.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow me.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, moving on to the second thing.
Community events.
Is community events.
Yeah.
Let me kick it off.
Yeah, so community events, again, similar to giveaways, is a great way to, one, build brand awareness, and two, to connect with the community and also show off a little bit of your personality, right? Like it can be anything from as small as a Easter egg hunt or tying in with the local bakery, or there's a variety of things that you can do to showcase your personality and your knowledge of the area through community events. Yeah.
Yeah, so like an idea I had the other day for an agent is like there's a webpage I've come across like a long time ago, but you can just Google it. Just like, I don't even know what you Google, but like Easter, it's like, what are other days that are special during that? It's just like, like single Father's Day or like, there's hundreds of them, right?
Yeah.
There's just like a bunch of ideas in that. You can just be like, and then just go bang, let's make an event around that. Be like, all right, today is, like love a pet day or something.
Yeah.
And then you go down to the local dog park and you give away dog treats and you just film it, right? Yeah, that's just like a little event that you've just like surprise like event that makes you look amazing in the community.
Yeah.
And it's a really cool brand awareness campaign that we can do as well.
Yeah. And the one thing I've noticed as well, that agents don't seem to leverage even the main holidays as well. Your Valentine's, your Mother's Day, your Father's Day. Like I feel like that used to be big back in the day and that's kind of dropped off. I think that's a thing that people still very much celebrate, and it should be something that they're leveraging on just for extra views, extra eyes on them, showing that, you really know the community well. And again, it gives you a good chance to show off your personality in a really organic way.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel forced, it's you talking about a topical thing. And yeah,
something cool for Valentine's Day, like literally just come up with this idea on the spot. And this is why you need to be working with people that come up with creative ideas, because we can just like throw a bunch at you until you're like, that one's cool. But like Valentine's Day, for example, if you have all of the details of, husband and wives, you've got the husband's details, just call him up and say, hey, today I'm going to drop around, like, have you got anything sorted for Valentine's Day? I'm going to drop around a box of chocolates. I'm going to leave it on the side of your house. Like, just say it's from you to your partner. And that husband is going to remember you.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of them. Oh, I forgot.
I could have used that at Valentine's Day. It was me and like 20 blokes at the New Farm Coles buying little roses last minute at like 6 p.m.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chris would sell with you.
Yeah, I would.
So, but little things like that, it's just like, and then you also film yourself doing it again.
Yeah.
It's like, just be like, all right, today I'm going to like make it really easy for all the gents out there, and we're going to drop off 20 different to the first random people that I pick up and call.
Yeah.
And it's just like everyone's seeing you doing that. It's just an amazing like little community event that you're kind of doing.
Yeah.
But another thing to do with community events is like, can you actually run a physical event? So like, can you do a little fly drop that says on Thursday next week, I'm going to be at the dog park giving away free treats, and I'll have a dog trainer there doing and it's like, again, all this stuff sounds like such a drag, and it sounds like so much energy and so much time to invest in. That's not my job. I get it. It must sound really hard to do. But if you can start thinking about these things as a part of your job, then you are going to dominate over the people that are like, I don't have time for that. I'm selling real estate. Yeah, you are for now.
Yeah.
But the people that are doing this more often, 50-50, and then outsource the rest of their admin and this and that. So they're doing what Josh Sherwood is doing what these bigger agents are doing, where they're just listing, negotiating, selling.
Yep.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And filming content.
Content.
That's pretty much all there is.
I mean, we say it over and over again, but like all the Michael Bacons and a lot of the people that a lot of agents, they send me a video and they're like, this is really cool. I'm like, yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah.
You just have to invest in media and marketing all the time. And the reason why you think this guy's cool is because he's tried a bunch of things over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And the reasons why he's getting a bunch of listings is because he's doing that.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And on top of that, the reason you think, your Michael Bacons and whatnot are cool is because you're following him on Instagram and you're watching his videos. Like most of the people that I hear say, these agents are great, haven't really met them, and they've just seen the stuff on socials and like, wow, they must be amazing. And you can do the exact same with your profile. Like,
yeah.
Like,
so a little stat on that, which could be, a good eye opener for some agents, is that I found out the other day that someone in that position, like Michael Bacon, paid $4,000 for one social reel.
Crazy.
So again, we have a lot of objections around like price, or I don't want to do that, or so much effort and stuff. But like the big dogs, who knows how much money that person is making, is investing $4,000 into a single social reel. So moving on, we've got entertaining content. So we've kind of like weaved a little bit of that into this as well.
Yeah.
So it's no longer good enough to just be like, hi, I'm a real estate agent. These are the market stats. Nobody cares. It's not providing any, it's providing value, but what reason does it give them to watch that over scrolling on a bunch of other dopaminergic content on Instagram or TikTok, right?
Yeah.
So you've got to also be entertaining, right? And so there's a bunch of different ways that you can do that. For example, really cool campaign that we did recently was with Christian Parker, one of our agents here. We did trivia. So he got a big board. We strategized this. It took a couple of months to get it together, but we got it together. Put 9-10 questions on a board, went down to the local bay that he's selling at, and he just did trivia for his area. So Wynnum Manly is his area. Had a big trivia board, just went up to a bunch of locals with me and said, hey, do you want to do trivia? You win one question, you get $10, then you can risk it, get $20, or you lose the $10, and then you can risk the $20, get $50, or take the $20, right? Yeah. And we filmed like 20 pieces of content or something. And that's this month's brand awareness campaign for him. Yeah. We've only posted a couple of the videos, but it's going crazy. Yeah. And he's essentially providing valuable information about the area in an entertaining way.
Yeah. And also on top of that, it makes him look super knowledgeable, right? Like he's become a bit of an authoritative figure. He clearly knows the area well. He's going out asking these questions. And yeah, as you kind of said, it's providing information about the area without being like, did you know 3 things about Manly? Like it's so much more entertaining. Yeah. We've got some more stats about entertainment content as well. 53% more likely to share if the content is considered entertainment, and 60% more engagement on posts like that, right? So it's the same piece of information that he's distributing, same amount of time to film, but it's just thinking about the way he frames it and, getting the time to go out to the bay and putting that little billboard out makes his content so much more engaging and high reach. So
yeah, and he's committed to essentially shooting with me weekly. So he's committed to this idea of being a personal brand and watch his business over the next year. I guarantee you in a year's time, he's going hard on this. I think we've got like 60 pieces of content for him right now. We've posted like 3 of them. And next week we've got another shoot. And the shoot after that, the week after that, we've got another shoot booked in. When there's so many different ideas that we're going to pursue here. Yeah. And yeah, essentially he has this vision that he wants to be this thing, this clear vision that like, oh, that's clearly the play because we can see the social trends and he's committed to that thing. Yeah. So yeah, he's going to be a dangerous agent very soon.
Yeah, definitely.
He already is.
Oh yeah.
So the final marketing strategy that you should be doing this year is essentially just crushing out organic content. Yeah. So that's kind of another way, entertaining content is one way of crushing out organic content, but Josh is a great example of crushing out organic content. Do you want to speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's taking up half your day to get all this organic ready to go, right? Like Josh, he spends maybe an hour, 2 hours a week.
If I can barely even catch it for that.
Yeah. Right? He's got everything ready to go, gets in front of Aimon, films it all up, he clips it all up, and he's got content now for the next 2-3 weeks, right? It can be anything from, providing insights about the market. It can be talking about horror stories. It's about using topical things that allows him to become more authoritative, right? Like there was one piece that I saw recently that he did where he was talking about some of the experiences other agents had, right? That's going to resonate with agents. It's going to be interesting to hear about like, oh, okay, that's happening elsewhere. It's good to know. All right, I need to pivot my strategy to this. And yeah.
So yeah, like with the organic content that we're doing with Josh as well, like we are doing a lot of just piece to camera pieces, which while I said before was like generally it's not as effective to do that. But the way that we're doing it is we're structuring each piece to actually be applicable to social media. So we're really focusing on having a really effective hook, and then I add a text hook over the top of that as well. So we're going to grab people in the first 3 seconds, have a bit of a negative hook. One of the hooks we came up with was like 3 reasons your real estate brand doesn't care about you, right?
Yeah.
And can you imagine being an agent being like, oh, I need to know, does my brand care about me? That's enough of a hook to be like, I'll watch it for another 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the next sentence we structure and the next sentence we structure so that we can get people captured for the whole thing. So just random organic content that a lot of agents are doing out there. Hello, it is me. I'm down at the local park and today you've lost everybody.
Yeah.
So again, if you're just crushing out organic content, which is fantastic, piece to camera stuff, it's going to be a fantastic investment for you to get better on camera. Make sure you're working with somebody that has a creative strategy that can come up with the structure of the content for you so it's actually going to be effective on the platforms that it's going to be distributed on, rather than just randomly saying a bunch of stuff in a big suit. And that's what the old school agents are doing. Yeah. And it's so cringe.
Yeah. It's cringe. It's not getting views anymore. And you need to adapt with the times. Like, 10 years ago, people were like just jumping onto videos, and anyone that wasn't on it is left behind. And nowadays it's entertainment. It's making sure it's that kind of dopamine level content, as you were kind of saying before, keeping them engaged. Because otherwise, if you're not keeping them engaged, what's the point of posting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to recap, if you don't become a content creator or a personal brand in the next 5 years as a real estate agent, good luck winning listings over everybody that has decided to do that. It's going to be very, very difficult for you. And it's really unfortunate. I can't imagine being an agent right now, being told this information. I'll be so resistant to it. And I'll be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm just a real estate agent. Yeah. But again, like adapt or die. This is happening with or without you. Yeah. We've got a new structure of marketing campaigns. You do a brand awareness campaign, be seen doing something cool, entertaining that provides value to your local target audience, to your local community. Film it. And that's a really good campaign for 1 month. Next month, give something away. Next month after that, then you ask for something. Yeah. So give, ask. Yeah. Gary Vee has a great book called Jab, 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 Right Hook, and it's just forever relevant, essentially. Just give, and then ask later on, but it's a soft ask. So in all the organic content we're talking about, never ask for anything. That's the other thing I see agents doing there all the time. Like, so remember, give me a call today. And it's just like, no, don't say that at all anymore. People want to make their own decisions about their buying. And when you tell people what to do, we're like little children now. When someone's like, do this, you're like, no, I'm not doing that. Literally, that's how people are. That's how I am. I'll admit it. So I want to make the decision to be like, I am going to pick up the phone and call that person because that's what I want to do, you know? So, but they're going to do that if you're providing them enough value. Yeah. The 4 strats you need to do this year: giveaways, community events, entertaining content, and crushing out organic content. If you're doing all these things, the analogy I said the other day as well is like, marketing is an all-encompassing thing. You've got signboards, you've got cold calls, everything is a part of marketing. And one portion of that marketing is digital marketing and filming content, right? Yeah. It's a very important part, but it's only one portion of your entire marketing strategy. Yeah. But if it gets ignored, then luck out there.
It'd be an analogy for that is like, you can go to the gym, but if you're not taking your protein shakes, it's not going to work. But if you're just taking protein shakes alone, it's not going to work, right? It's just a supplement to everything else that happens inside of your business. Yeah.
But can get you massive results alongside it.
Exactly.
If you're not
Yeah. So 100%.
Anything else you want to add, or?
I think that's it for me.
Nice. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming along to this agent growth training session. We do these once a month.
Once every 2 months, I think.
Every 2 months?
Yeah.
We're going to be grilling you about what you really need to be doing, essentially to do with media and marketing. And we'll be here doing the same thing every time. But if you ever need any help, whether you're within Freedom or outside of Freedom, give either of us a call. Slide in our DMs on Instagram. We're here to help. Definitely stay active in the agent growth community. It's really cool to see a bunch of you guys getting active in there, seeing some new faces in there. Hopefully you're enjoying the course. And keep crushing it. And we'll see you in the next episode.